Every season, hundreds of players go out on loan in search of more game time or to develop as a player. Some of these loans in the past have worked out wonderful, but not all have been successful. When players are out on loan, it can be easy to forget about them. Here are 10 Premier League players you forgot that still played in the Premier League. I hope you enjoy the video. 10. Mauro Zarate. As I was making this, I was shocked that Zarate was even a Watford player. Zarate has played for several English clubs including Birmingham and West Ham, and signed for Watford in January 2017, but has made just 3 appearances for the Hornets with several injuries during that time. In October 2017, Zarate signed for UAE side Al Nassr for the remainder of the season. I doubt he will play for Watford ever again. Number 9. Marco van Ginkel. Van Ginkel has played for Chelsea just twice and hasn't played for them for over 5 years. Van Ginkel has been shoved out on loan to the likes of AC Milan, Stoke City and PSV Eindhoven, where he has been for the last 3 seasons. The Dutchman is currently having his best ever season, having scored 14 goals as Eindhoven won the title. It is hard to see Van Ginkel ever playing for Chelsea again. Number 8. Rocky Meza. Rocky Meza signed for Swansea for £11 million after a successful season with La Liga side Las Palmas. Meza's time at the Welsh side was rather an underwhelming one, playing just 11 times before signing on loan for Seville, where he has been struggling for more game time. It will be interesting to see what happens here, but I cannot see him staying at Swansea, with the Swans cutting their ties with Meza and selling him for a loss. Number 7. Sandro Ramirez. Sandro Ramirez was the only signing of Everton's that was a clear striker, meaning it seemed that they pinned all of their goal-scoring hopes on him after cashing in on Lukaku. Sandro, like Meza, has struggled to adapting to living in Britain, scoring just once in the Europa League with no domestic goals. Ramirez, like Meza, signed for Sevilla in the January transfer window, but has struggled for more game time. With Sam Allardyce leaving the Foxes, could Sandro return to the club or will he be sold in the summer? Tell me down below. Number 6. Ahmed Musa. Musa was one of the first signings Leicester City made after winning the Premier League, costing the Foxes at the time a record £17 million. Musa is one of the quickest players you will see in football, but lacking any final product. Musa scored just twice in his first season at Leicester, with Craig Shakespeare loaning him out in the summer to his old club CSKA Moscow. He has had far more success in the Russian league, but against Arsenal in the Europa League showed his fantastic pace with no end product. I think his time may be up at the King Power Stadium. Number 5. Jason Denayer. How is this bloke still at Man City? Denayer came through the City Academy in 2014 but has yet to make a single appearance for the club. The Belgian has had spells at Celtic, Sunderland, as well as 2 spells at Galatasaray, where he is now. He has also had 8 caps for his country, which goes to show he has potential to be a good player, but it is incredibly tough to work his way into Pep Guardiola's plans at Manchester City. Number 4. Vincent Janssen. Janssen was signed for Spurs by Maurizio Pochettino for £17 million, saying Janssen ticks every box we need, which now is a rather funny quote. In Janssen's first season at White Hart Lane, the Dutchman played 35 times, scoring 6 goals, but only 1 came from open play, with the remaining 5 from the penalty spot. Janssen was allowed out on loan in the summer to Fenerbahce, with him being replaced at Spurs with Llorente, who has also failed to make an impact at Tottenham. Janssen scored 4 times in 17 games in the Turkish Super League and will certainly be moving on this summer. Number 3. Bojan. Another player who can barely remember playing for their current Premier League club is Bojan. The Spaniard had a huge fall from grace, going from being a key part of the Barcelona side alongside Lionel Messi to not even be wanted at Stoke. Bojan has really struggled with injuries over the last few years, making just 10 appearances in the last two seasons, with loans at Mainz and now Alaves. Bojan made 10 appearances for Alaves, who finished mid-table. With 2 loans in the last 2 seasons and Stoke playing Championship football next season, I think he will be leaving the Bet365 stadium soon. Number 2, Divock Origi. Origi is another forgotten man who currently is on loan at Wolfsburg. Origi failed to make a huge impact at Anfield, scoring 12 times in the league, but struggled for game time with the likes of Coutinho, Mane, Firmino and now Salah all ahead of him. Origi has been a key part of the Wolfsburg side this season, scoring 7 times in a struggling side. Origi at just 23 is still young and will be looking to make an impact when he returns from his loan in Germany. Number 1, Joel Campbell. Campbell is now 25 and has always struggled to make any impression at Arsenal. Campbell signed for Arsenal in 2011 and has had several loans away, but in 2014 he had a very impressive World Cup. It was expected the Costa Rican would kick on from there, but he has failed to do so. In his 7 years at Arsenal, he has had 6 loan spells away from the Emirates Stadium. Currently he is on loan at Real Betis, but has only made 8 appearances due to picking up an injury in October. He makes number 1 on the list. Miss anyone out? Tell me down below. Subscribe if you are new. I am Mike, and I will see you soon.